Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's episode 32. We're going to do our end of season review, player awards, transfers, and then we'll jump ahead to like the commercial summary. Since there's no prize money in this league, commercial summary is really important to see like if we got sponsors and how much we got them for. And then we'll hop ahead to show you transfers and all that kind of stuff right before preseason. I'm not going to show you a game today because I want to do a doubleheader, and I'll explain why in a minute. So we'll just come with me. So I said in the last video I wanted your thoughts on who you thought like the player of the season would be, the signing of the season, young player of the season. If for some reason you've somehow remembered goal of the season, props to you. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds right now to leave your comment. Okay, now I'm going to move on and show you what I think is going to happen. So let's just take a look at, before we see the awards, let's look at the squad. Most appearances, obviously the goalkeeper, but Nurmos, Apo, and Eriksson in the back line getting a bunch of appearances. Mansally, not as many. He must have, I think he had an injury. He's injured right now. 24 games. So we did some rotation there. Right, we don't care about the appearances, we care about the goals. Matti Leskinen, what a gem of a player at 18 with 16 league goals, 8 league assists, 5 players of the match, and a 7.34, and he is 18 years old. I know I said it, but I'm going to say it again. He's 18 years old. He's 8. Delicious. So 17 and 12 in 26 starts, you know, that's okay. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Hilska doing quite well for himself. The 28-year-old lad, you know, he got I mean, to be fair, he played in the Cup, and he played 9 league games, or started 9 league games, had 5 subs, and got 9 goals. So 9 starts, 9 goals, or, you know, I can't remember how long the sub appearances were. So like that's pretty good for 2.5 stars is where I would place that. No assists. Rather selfish, smashes him home on his own. But just looking at that, right, 16 and 13 with 5 subs is a good ratio. Michael Carlson kind of fell off a little bit at the end, like wasn't playing exceptionally well, but we weren't playing him consistently either. So 10 and 10 starts with 8 subs. Again, I'm not sure how many total minutes. That would be a thing I would add if I was Sports Interactive. Like, can we get a number of minutes played? That would be good. I'm sure you're going to leave me a comment and say, dude, it's in the game. But I'm unaware of that, so I'm here to learn. McKinnon getting 7. That's a bit of a surprise to me. 4 in league, so it's not like he just was getting them in the Cup or in, you know, whatever. So 4 in league with 3 assists on a 7.1. Again, he has been fantastic as a captain. He's settled a lot of issues. Probably not mostly in videos that you could see, but like people wanting to leave. It's like, hey man, can you go take that? He's like the my right hand man. Like, hey man, go tell him they go to swim with the fishes, or, you know, that. Anyway, Michaela here, 18 starts, 5 subs, 4 goals, 4 assists. Not as many goals, but he played a 7.1. He's kind of settling in, right, because we just picked him up. But I think for a free on a rotation contract for $350 a week, pretty good. Eero out injured, but played well. Kind of fell off a little bit, but no, he didn't. What is this? Oh, that's the last 5. Yeah, that's fair. But overall, 18 starts, a goal, 5 assists, and a 7.13 in league play. No complaints here. Okay, that's good enough for there. Assist, Leskinen, Eero, Valakari with 6. What is surprising me is Valakari is a 7.57 average rating, a 7.53 in league. So again, it's not like it's just in the Cup. He's only got 1 goal and 4 assists, but he must. I'm not sure what he's done so well. I mean, it's not like he has 14 assists, you know, but he's played exceptionally well. So quite happy with Ani Valakari. Gave him a first-team contract. I can't remember if I shared that with you. He's now going to be he's definitely the starter there on the right part of the midfield. And then it kind of was sparing after that. Average rating, Valakari, Hilska, Eero, Carlson. Again, in terms of having a bunch of games, Valakari and Eero played quite nicely. Key passes per 90. Maybe that's what he's doing. 2.5. That's absurd. 2.5 key passes per game, essentially. That's what's led to his rating being so high. Michaela with 2.13. Not bad. Blomqvist, not with us. Yakinen, 1.75, kind of falls off from there. Key headers, Nurmos smashing them out, as is Eriksson. So really good partnership there. Kasalainen with a few less games, 19 starts, 6 subs with 27, not bad. Key tackles, 21 for Kasalainen. That's quite nice because he doesn't have as many appearances. 19 for Nurmos, 15 for Eriksson, as you might expect. Kenyon with 9. Go on, mate. Key passes, Valakari. I mean, that's got to be what's driving his rating now that we see that. Michaela, Leskinen, Minkenin. I mean, what, 4 people over 41 with almost 70. Eero, I mean, we've just played exceptionally well. So let's go take a look into season awards. You have Valakari. I mean, when you have a rating that high, you kind of have to get the fans player of the season, right? Minkenin with the goal of the season. I don't remember this, obviously. The captain. We're voting for the captain to get the goal of the season. Okay, come on down. Come on down. All right. It's 2-2 in the... Oh, no, it ended 2-2. This is... That always throws me off, but 19th minute, okay. Yeah, I guess that was impressive. He just kind of did a 180 and smashed it in the bottom right corner, but was that really the best goal? Don't know about that. Michaela with the signing of the season. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. And then Valakari, young player of the season. So he's fans player of the season and the young player of the season. Leskinen with 17 goals, Valakari with the rating. Leskinen also with the assist. Eero with the 85% pass completion. Quite nice. Leskinen player of the match. Apo with 7 yellow cards. And Mansali with the 1 red. Season review. Obviously, we won the cup. Finished 3rd. We have, what was it? I thought, didn't it say... Okay, we were expected to be something like 10th or something like that. So I thought it said it in there. I'm not reading it though. So, I mean, that's what I liked is we were really consistently, I mean, up until here, you know, we were in 2nd, but we were no lower than 4th after like the first 15% of the season. That's quite nice. Quite nice. Match of the season. 4-0 smashing of Nissan Helsinki, who went down. Moment to forget, losing 3-1 to VPS. Okay. I like the attendance is up. 67% full. We used a bunch of players. Squad dynamics. People like me or don't. We're not going to do the team meeting. To summarize the board, feel you're doing an unbelievable job, and you clearly are putting a smile on the face of every single supporter. Long may it last. Untouchable, 90%. That's it. Injuries, Virtanen went out. Lindstrom, who is a youngster that we don't care about. Riku, I mean, lots of people that are just kind of extras. Pikarainen he's taken on, he took the tutoring from Jakola. He's now 15 determination, resolute. His potential has gone really, really good. So maybe we can rotate him in a little bit next year. I don't want to push him too hard. I definitely want to allow him to develop, but quite happy with that. That's really all that you need to see there. So let me hop ahead now and I'll show you the commercial summary. Thanks for being here. Just real quick, with that attendance, we set a new record. We set the record last season with 6,138. This season was 6,359. That's unbelievable. We're like the upstarts. We come in last season, we smash an attendance record, and this year we smash it again and win the cup, and we're on to the Europa League. That's right, people. Grrr. While this is loading, you may have seen it. You may have saw it. Anyway, I got head coach of the year, and Matty Leskinen got attacker of the year as an 18-year-old. I mean, 18 goals at 12 or 17 goals and 12 assists, whatever it is in the league. I'm not going to go back and look. I mean, I think that's probably justified, right? Blah, 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 blah. Commercial summary. There it is. 2 new deals, 1.4 million per year. 1-year deal worth 875 grand. So we're up 150 grand on the stadium sponsor. That's good. They're hoping for those Europa League games, I'm guessing. Sponsorship 1.71 million, up from 907. What? So 100. I don't know where is that coming from, right? So 150 extra from here, but that still leaves some. So broadcast revenues up 3 grand. Corporate hospitality up 22 grand. We got prize money from a cup because that's the only place you get prize money in Finland. And matchday commercial was up, what is that, 36 grand? Here's what I thought was interesting. Hilska was the #1 jersey. I would think Leskinen was, but Hilska's kind of like he's been around. And then Olsen, who we brought in, right? That's the loanee, isn't it? yeah, we like he played 7 games with or 7 starts with a sub. How is he the third most sold jersey? That is insane. I would think Valakari would be like, if he's the fans player of the season, how is he the fourth, sold jersey? Is it because he's number 32? Like that's just crazy. Michaela number 28. So I thought this was interesting. Let me show you the finances. Takes us to $2 million in the bank. They canceled the youth facilities upgrade because we didn't have any money. So I'm going to go back in and request it. And I'm assuming now that we've gotten our money back, right? We're up to $2 million, that they'll go ahead and spend the cash. Because I think we dropped below like 750. And if I remember correctly, that's how much it was going to cost. So it was like, whoa, we're not going into debt to build youth facilities. It's like, fair play. We'll just wait for the sponsor money to roll in. And now it's here. So let's go spend the money. We're just looking here. So this is the stadium sponsor, 886. Okay, main kit, a 3-year deal. That is delicious. So it doesn't like after we've moved on, because we're probably Europa League might be the last season that we're here. Maybe trying to qualify and get them into Europe, because I don't want the series to get stale. But that leaves them in quite a good position. Even if they somehow got relegated, they've got another 2 years after that, another $1 million coming in sponsorship. And then same thing here. They've got 2 more years on the deal. Yeah, 2 more years of, 47 grand, which isn't, it's not as good as the 507, but it definitely helps. So that's what's going on there. So now let's hop ahead, take a look at our new squad and our signings, who's come, who's gone. Who do you, have we gotten rid of some of the people? And if so, who do you think we've gotten rid of? And where have they gone for how much money? Pause and leave a comment, and then, hit play, come back. All right, I'm going to fade out now. All right, before we get into the transfers, I want to talk to you about the Cup and kind of how I'm planning on running this season. So I want to follow our Cup journey, because that's what's got us into Europe. Well, technically also placing third, but the Cup definitely got us into Europe, and it was good for my reputation. So I want to show you our Cup draw. I've already played the 2 games. You can see them up there. FC Vikingit and OPS Oulu, because I wanted to show you Interturku and VPS, who are in our group, because they're in our league. And I thought that's kind of the battle for who qualifies. Is you got 3 teams from the Veikkausliiga. Is that how you say it? No, maybe not. One of them is going to miss out potentially, unless there's some sort of third place thing, but we're not counting on that. We're just going to go in and smash everybody. So as you can see, we won our first Cup game 6-0 and our second one 2-0. And I was rotating in heavily to try and, rest our legs, because we're in a Cup group with Interturku, which is our, obviously our rival at our own stadium. So that's my plan there, is I'll show you the doubleheader there, because that's important to qualify to get to the Cup, and then kind of really hopping this save forward, and not showing you a ton of league games, because I want to get to the Europa League stuff, and I want to show you the Cup run. So we're still going to hit the big games, but it's not going to be if we got a game against 10th place, I probably am not going to show that to you unless we're 10th place and we're playing first, or whatever. I'd like to think that doesn't happen to us, because we, it's quite good last season. But that's kind of my plan with the series for this upcoming season. So let's take a look at the transfers now. Lots of stuff is happening, or has happened. Okay, do I need to go back to show you stuff? No. This is just some youngsters. They were on trial, and then I forgot to sign them, and then I signed them. So it's fine. First, let's go with the ins. Melker Antonsson from AIK. He's Swedish. He is a left back. He is a backup for Mensali. He's really more of a wing back, a complete wing back. He's not very good at the marking and the tackling, but he's quite good at the crossing. He's got good physicals, so he's got potential. We're going to be training him on fullback. You need to know how to tackle and mark and head and do things out in defensive, right? That's important. But $275 a week on a rotation contract, quite happy with that. And again, looking at a report, I wanted to give somebody to back up Mensali besides Kinyuan. He's been great, but I just didn't want to rely just on him and Dahlstrom, who can, he's I've played there once, so we just needed more depth. Bilos Janachir is Swedish. I got him on a rotation contract. He's going to end up being our starting left back, even though, of course, he gets hurt. His physicals start falling off. He just had a foot injury. But Yaya just like felt like his physicals fell off, and he went to like 2-star, and he was unhappy, and he was expensive. And I was like, mate, I'm done with you. He's like, I'm going to see my contract out. I was like, fine. And so then he retired. So Yaya has retired, and we brought in Bilos here to replace him. He plays the inside forward. He could play a winger, but I like having a winger on one side and the inside forward on the other, at least in the formation that we've been playing with the 4-2-3-1. He is, I mean, he looks quite good compared to some of the other options out there, especially. I tried to keep Dahlstrom, but his agent wanted like a $17,000 sign-on fee for the agent and like 15 grand for him and like a key player contract. And really when you looked at them, I mean, I don't even know if I have them up here. No, not, is it? No, not Dahlstrom. The other guy, the one that left. I'll show you here in a second. This was a much better deal, so I'm very, very happy with this. Even though his physicals aren't super fantastic, he's 28. He's not very determined. I can't tutor him. We just kind of have to live with that. But that's why I put him on a rotation contract. So if we come across somebody even better, he's not, on a first team or a key player contract where he's going to get upset if we demote him or something like that. So we picked him up on a free. He's worth 170K, which is kind of unbelievable. I don't know if I believe that because Blomqvist is worth 100K, and I haven't been able to find anybody willing to buy him, and I've been like pitching him out for like 20 grand. So, believe what you want. Then, my friends, we really lacked an advanced playmaker or an attacking midfielder. And like Valakari could play there, but he's much better and more comfortable in the midfield role of advanced playmaker than like the advanced or than the attacking midfield center role, if I can get that out. McKinnon can play there, but he's 32 and he's our captain and he's 2 stars. Yakinen can play there, but he's much more familiar on the right. Michaela can play there if we had to, but I was really looking for somebody that like we could plug in to the center of that 4-2-3-1 in the attacking midfield. And we have picked up a guy that I think was a really pain in our rear during dominating Denmark. It's Victor Torp from SC Midtland. I wanted to sign him, but he wanted like some crazy contract, and he's 22. I was like, mate, you're transfer listed. They're transfer listing you for a reason. Like he was worth like 40 grand or 45 grand. They're offering him out for like 20 or 22. I was like, there's a reason that they're wanting to do that. And you wanted like a key player contract. I was like, why don't you slow your roll a little bit? And he was going to be super expensive, like over $1,000 a week. And so we've got him on a loan until June for $525 a week. I'm very happy with that. Because it gives us a chance to kind of like use him and feel him out and keep looking for somebody else if we need to. And if it turns out to be quite good, then we sign him when we feel good about paying the extra wages and all that kind of stuff. But it was kind of like, I didn't want to just full in commit, but we definitely needed somebody. And if you look at he played midfield, right? He's better than Dahlstrom. And he's a whole star better than Michaela, who is a quite a good player for us, but lacks a little bit on the technicals. He's significantly better in attacking midfield. So he enjoys big matches, blah, 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 blah. He's a leading player for most Vicus Liga sides. I am quite happy that we've got him on loan. We just need to keep eyes on it to make sure, like, if they sign him to an extension, that we extend his loan, or if they're just going to let it run out, that somebody else doesn't come in and offer him before we have a chance to sign him ourselves. He looks a little smug. That's kind of how the conversation went during the negotiations. So sorry if you know him. He was kind of smug. So the outs, we have Nicholas Blomqvist back out on loan to Oskarshams AIK, who are in Division 1 Soldra. Yeah, I don't know where that's at. Maybe one day we'll go to Sweden and then we'll know. They're paying his entire wage. So it's essentially like, if I can't sell him, I want him off of our wage book. And his value is dropping. He's listed for something. It's unspecified now. I literally went down to 20 grand. I was like, you know what? Let's just loan him out for what he's worth, or for the contract value. And if we get in a really bad bind, we can recall him. But that's definitely not going to happen. Otto Schultz has gone to Kappa Helsinki for a whopping 300 euros per month, and they're paying his wages, right? Are they paying his wages? Yes. He's like 2.5 star, maybe 3 star. He's just not gonna develop for us, which is unfortunate. So they've taken him on a first team contract. Again, if for some reason we got in a really bad bind, we could bring him back in, but I don't think that's going to happen. Riku Siros, we have either sold him on a free or let him go on a free, whatever. To Yaps, wherever that's at. It's in Finland. He just wasn't good enough, you know. And he's wearing an Abercrombie shirt. That's hilarious. And then we've sent Timu Nyholm out on loan to AIFK for 1 game because that's what they requested, and he wasn't doing anything, and he needed it. I don't know. Maybe they're sniffing around. Okay, maybe. Okay, they're interested in a transfer. He's only worth $375. Interesting. He could make it, but his technicals are just so bad. I was just like, let's just move on. So let me show you our groups. Suomen Cup is VPS, TPS, Interturku, BK46, OPS Oulu, and FC Vikingit, who have a negative 11 goal differential. Part of that is because, my friends, we won 6-0 and 2-0. So we won all of our friendly games, as you might imagine. We rotated in a bunch of players. 6-0, it was ugly. 295 people showed up to watch that. It didn't even look like that in the stands. Maybe they were on the side with the camera. I don't know. Then again, heavy rotation here. We put in pretty much a bunch of backups. Eriksson is not. Euro is coming off injury, so he was like completely unsharp. So that's why he can only go 45 minutes. Torp was still working on his sharpness, so we played him. But everybody else is pretty much a backup. So that was really nice that we're able to get a 2-0 victory with the backups there. Of course, what's his face? Let me sort this correctly. Belos went out with a damaged foot in that 6-0 game, or maybe it was the 11-0 friendly game. Either way, it took him a while to come back. So we've been playing Mikko Järvinen, who was asking for more playing time. He hasn't developed really well, but again, against not great competition, he's an 805 in the cup. So we've needed him, and he's done a good job. I'm happy with that. And we've also brought up Kale Yakinen. We have 2 Yakinens, who both play on the right wing, which I think is hilarious. And he's done quite well. 1 start, 1 goal, 7.8, but he played well in the friendlies as well. So again, I'm not saying he's going to replace anybody, but he's nice to have around to kind of throw up there in a blowout or something like that to save somebody's legs. He might go back down to the second team after the cup once we get into really big league play, but we'll see. We've also brought in Carl. To me, I just think Appetite, but Appelt. He was somebody we were scouting, and I said offer a trial, and it offered him a 1-week trial. I really wanted to offer him a 4-week trial. I don't even know if I can do that after he leaves the 1-week trial because he's not really going to get a chance to play. He looks pretty good. He's another. I'd bring him in maybe as a backup there. Could he replace Torp? I'd really like to just sign Torp, but I'd like to see what his financial situation looks like. Valkyrie has had a twisted ankle, so he is not sharp enough to play in the next set of games. We brought up Alexi Passanen, hoping to do a Kasalainen with Alexi. Again, not exactly ready to start, but like throw him in at the end of games. He's already 16 determination. He's ambitious, so giving him some more first team experience, make him available for the second team. I probably need to do that now because I'll forget. Just to keep him fresh, but also get him some exposure with better players. So that's really dynamics. Have I shown you that? I don't think I have. Here's Nurmos and Yakola, who we brought in last year. Don't support me. Everybody else does. Dahlstrom's new, Torp and Bolus and Tonson, who are these 3 are new signings. Dahlstrom's kind of into last season. The other 2, it's kind of like, mate, what's the deal? But whatever. Medical Center Valakari, again, increased injury risk. He's above average. I'm not risking him. It doesn't make sense to risk him. We're in second place with VPS on 9 points. We are on 6 points, but they're on 9 points because we've not played our 3rd game yet. So if we can win that game against Interturku, we'll be even on points. Even a draw would be okay because, that essentially qualifies us, right? You'd think we would beat Oh no, we have to beat BK46 and then we play VPS. So in the next episode that I show you, it's going to be Inter-Turkey with VPS, and that's going to determine our cup future, which is why in the previous game I rotated out a bunch of players, and this is what we're. Oh, I forgot to show you Larakainen. I'm all over the place. I apologize. We brought on Matti Larakainen, so we got Matti Leskinen and Matti Larakainen, and he looks like not the new Vertalo or not Vertalo, Valakari. Like, could we have two on the same team? 2 appearances in the Cup for an 805, 2 European Championship U19 qualifying games on a 715 with 3 assists. He's looked really good, and it's been nice because Valakari went out injured to just be able to plug someone just like Valakari in. So that he's going to play there. We got Dahlstrom, Järvinen, Torp, Michaela, Leskinen, who, oh, I forgot. It's all over the place. He got a call up. Like it said he was surprised to a Finland-Sweden friendly with the senior Finland team. He only got 6 minutes, but I'm excited. Like, that's really cool that we have a 19-year-old that's going to be an international, because they were like, yeah, man, we're going to try and get you cap tight here. Let's get you a game. It was a friendly, so it's not cap tight, obviously. But, maybe that means in the next time he goes out, you know what I'm saying? He could be cap tied and international at 19. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm sure there's stuff that I'm forgetting to show you, but again, this is gonna be a little bit shorter of an episode. My wife's not feeling good. It snowed here, and here that means mass panic. Like, we just don't know how to handle it, so we're staying inside. And I'm trying to help out with the kids not feeling, or my wife not feeling well, helping out with the kids. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna go. And the next episode will be the doubleheader in the Cup, and we'll determine our fate. And then I'd also like to know your thoughts. Europa League's not on here. The only thing that I can guess is that our season doesn't line up with the rest of Europe, because they sell the first knockout round. So if you look at the schedule here, first knockout round, so they've already done the qualifying. Second leg, it looks like I think the final is in May. So I'm hoping after that is when they start qualifying. I don't even really know, because I can't go past May to see what's going on. So if you happen to know, right? Let's go. How far back can we go? Oh, I didn't stop. Okay, right. Let's go past final. Okay. Preliminary first round, first leg, June 24th. Okay, so I'm guessing between May and June is when the draw is, and that's when it shows up on our schedule. It just made me a bit nervous when I logged in and got to the next season and it showed the schedule. It's like, where's the Europa League? We definitely qualified. I know we qualified. I'm not crazy, right? So anyway, if that's what's happening and you know that, leave me a comment. Otherwise, just leave a like. Let me know what you think of the signings and the people getting loaned out and all that kind of stuff. Let's check out the stuff that's popped up over here. Yep, there it is. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here.